Hello everyone, welcome on in. I'm Crafty Emsy, and yes, I do have a bit of a different setup today. I didn't feel up to moving all this yarn to my table that I use, so we're here instead. And I've got all this yarn out. I have wound it all up. The winding took so long. It all got knotted up. It was not pleasant. Anyway, we've done that now. My plan is to do a mesh top of some description. You can see I've been practicing here, just kind of getting an idea of what it's going to look like. So yeah, I'll try and get it on the, you can see a bit better there. So I've just been practicing how many chains I need and that sort of thing. So that's the idea. I think I'm going to use a size 4. I think that's what I did it with. Was it size 4? Let's just double check. Yeah, that one. I used that one. Okay, cool. That's the plan. So all this is leftover yarn from various projects. I think all of this is from a blanket that I did. I'll add a picture here so you can see what I did. And then this is from the hexagon cardigan that I did. I'll also put a picture in so you can see. And I had the idea to do a very simple I was going to say creche then. That's not right. I'm mixing my words up. A crochet mesh top. And essentially, going to make 2 squares and sew them together. So I've got neck hole and then arms, and then do arms, the sleeves separately. My brain is not braining today. So the main body is going to be these colours here. So I've kind of already split them up. I've not quite got the right order yet, but essentially these are for one side and these are for the other. Because I had random amounts, I've basically kind of weighed them and I've roughly got the same amount for each side. So I'm not sure how long it's going to be, and however long it is, that's how long it is. If it gets to a point where I think that's long enough and I've still got some left, that'll be perfect. If it's a bit shorter, then that's what it is. I thought I would use, and these are all the same, sorry. I thought I would use these for the sleeves so that I can get some longer sleeves going if I want, see how I feel when we start on the sleeves. So that's the plan. I've got no pattern. I'm purely doing it on vibes this time. No pattern. I'm hoping my idea of putting 2 squares together will work. I'm not really planning on doing any neckline as such. I don't really have an issue. I know this is a bit small, but I don't really have an issue with this kind of pressing up against my neck or chest or anything. I don't have those sorts of issues, I don't think. So I think that should be fine. If it is, then I'll have to figure something out. So yeah, so that's where we are. I'm hoping I'm going to get this done so I can use it this summer, because I think it's going to get very hot here in the UK. So I think this would be a nice thing to just chuck over some, like a tank top or something. Yeah, so that's the plan, and let's get going. Alright, so here we are. I wanted to show you this. I have done the front and back panel, as you can see. I'll do a close up, you can see the colours and everything in the back because they are different colours there. So, and I'll do a close up of what I've done here. I've just basically done 2 square panels, stitched them together on the shoulders. I haven't yet stitched them together on the sides because I wanted to see what the arms hole size was like. I think it's okay. I'm not sure about the length, so it's a bit difficult to see how I've got jeans on and a dark t-shirt. So the top of my jeans is here, I've got my t-shirt over my jeans. And I'm like, is this the right length? It feels like it's the right length, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to, well, I've kind of got it to both of them are the right length now. So I think what I'm going to do is sew up the sides that I've got so far. Maybe just leave a little gap so I don't do it all the way down to the bottom, and then add the sleeves on that I want to add on in the colour I think I showed it before what colour I want to add the sleeves on, so just go around and round and round. And then see what sleeve length I want, because I think I want long sleeves. So I'll be doing it for a while, but I think I want long sleeves. So I think that's probably the best way to do it. And then once I've got the sleeves on, I can then try it on again and see if I like the length. And because will have left a bit of a gap, I've still got the opportunity to add more on. It's still actually technically attached to the yarn. Because like I said, I'm like, is this the right length? It feels like it's the right length. That's kind of where my natural waist is here. So it feels like that's the right length. It's because I'm used to wearing really baggy, not baggy, but long t-shirts and things. So I'm kind of like, this feels short, but I think that's what I think that's what I want from it. So I'll do a quick close-up and then we'll get cracking on the sleeves. Okay, so I'm going to give a quick close-up. As I don't... Sorry for all the jangling and the sounds. I've got lots of stitch markers. I'm not sure that you can tell... Oh yeah, there you can see it a bit better now, the different maybe you can. The different browns that I've used. You can definitely tell this bottom one, it's a bit redder than the others. It is quite subtle, so it is a bit tricky to show on camera, unfortunately. So yeah, so basically I've done 2 big squares, and I wanted this kind of orangey coral colour for the top piece so that it kind of came over, and I used it all up in doing it, and so I didn't think about that I'd need to stitch these tops together. What I've done, I haven't woven in any ends as yet, so maybe you can see that, I think. So I did it kind of just, I guess it's whip stitch. I don't know, I'm not the best on terminology. I kind of just right sides together and then stitched it, and then folded them out. Wrong sides together? How did I do that? No, that would be... Okay, I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did. I did some stuff. I put the 2 sides together, stitched them, and then folded them the right way around, and then got this. So the neck hole, there's no shaping there. It is essentially just a gap in the 2 squares. I wanted it quite a wide one, so I only counted across kind of 10 spaces, the gaps they've created in the mesh, and that's how I did it. And I think that looks quite nice. It fits for me. I don't have any issues around fabric around my neck or anything, so that's fine for me. I think I'm just going to leave it like that for now. And then the side piece is what I talked about. So I think I need to just double check that I've got these in the right place. This one in particular, because this is the armhole bit, and then make sure it matches on the other side. And then once I've done that, my intention is to use this colour, which is kind of, in person I guess it's more of a mustard yellow, but maybe it's coming across a bit green maybe on, I'm not sure. I've got these 2 that I intend to use up, and then I've got a whole ball skein of it, 100 grams, 200 grams, 100 grams I think. So I know I've got plenty to at least do a longer sleeve. Whether I've got enough to do 2 full-length sleeves, I guess I'll find out. And if I don't have enough, then I'll just try to get them equal, as long as I can. And as I discussed on this side piece here where I'm going to join, I think I'm going to leave maybe 4, kind of do 4, I'm trying to show it with my hand. So I kind of do 1, 2, 3, 4, and leave that gap there in case I want to add length on here. And if I don't, then it's a nice little opening anyway. It's not going to detract from it. And if I do want to add more length on, then I've got the space to do it without impacting on the join there. That's the plan. We'll see how we go. I assume I can just go around this hole here, because it should all be the same stitch still. So yeah, that's the very loose plan. So I'm going to double check all my measurements and everything, make sure everything matches up on both sides. Join these two sides together. I'll probably do it like I did with the shoulder seam, so it'll be right sides together. Yeah, whatever. I think it is right sides together, isn't it? Because I'll be doing it, so I'll be folding it back on it. Yeah, that is right sides together. I am not a clothes maker, and so I struggle with the right sides together, wrong sides together, and what it'll look like. So I'm gonna do what I think looks okay, and hopefully you agree. If not, then well, you don't have to wear it. It'll be me wearing it. Right, I need to stop talking and actually get on with this because I've still got a lot left to do with the sleeves and then deciding on the length. So I will catch up with you in a bit. And here it is. It is actually finished. I did kind of mean to show the sleeves a bit more, but I just got into the zone and I kind of finished it. Even sewed in all my ends. So I'm going to do this close up first, just to go through everything that I've done since you last seen it, and then I'll do a try on at the end so you can see what it looks like. You can see it kind of folds up almost into a nice little square, and yeah, these are the sleeves. So I did do longer sleeves, but I kind of got to this point, and you'll see when I try it on, it's kind of fits at the bottom of my elbow, and I kind of think I like it there. And I know I said I wanted long sleeves, but I think this is already quite a lot, and if I'm going to add, I mean, almost the same again and then maybe a little bit extra, it feels a lot, and to me it feels like it's a waste of yarn to do that if I'm happy with where it is. So what I plan to do is to wear this out a few times and see how I feel with the sleeves at this length, and if I'm not happy with it, it's easy enough to add more on. It's to add more rows on. It's fairly straightforward. As you can see, that's what I've done here when I whip stitched the sides up, and yes, you can see the thread and it's not the best job. I'm okay with it. I am a recovering perfectionist, so I'm trying my best to go, that's okay, I'm happy with that, and we'll leave it at that. So when I stitched the sides together, I left a space to add the sleeves in, and I basically just tried to match up where I could with the pattern and just carried on. You can see in some places it's maybe not as lined up as it could be, but again, I'm happy with how it's turned out. The sleeves fit really well. Again, the same with the shoulder seam. I think I mentioned this before, that I'd run out of this kind of corally pinky orange colour, and so I used a different thread to whip stitch those together. Again, you can see them, I think, on camera. It's not so bad. I'm quite happy with it. So I'm just showing you the back here. So I did have to add a little bit extra thread on the bottom here. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell. Where did I can't even tell where, oh, there it is. I was like, I can't even tell where I joined it. So this bit here, so I kind of got to here, show it properly, got to here, and I didn't have any more of this more ready brown, so I went back to a previous colour to finish off this bottom row. And as I say, well, I've just proved it's quite difficult to see. I don't even know if that's showing up on camera, to be fair. And I did make the back just that little bit longer than the front. So this yellow is the front and this brown is the back. And I'll try and match it up. So it's what, two rows longer in the back than in the front. And you'll see in the try on, this is a little bit cropped. And I think that's, again, I think I mentioned it earlier, that's kind of what I wanted for this. I didn't want it overly long because my intention is to wear like a vest or a t-shirt underneath this. So I don't necessarily want it really long. It's supposed to be like a cool vest, mesh top for summer, not a let's have a massive amount of yarn to wear. So yeah, so this is the back, as I said. You can see this is the place for the neck. And again, this was the front and the back. Apart from the bottom being a little bit different, they're just two squares, rectangles that I did. I measured across my shoulders and went, okay, that's how long it is. I want it a little bit longer because I want it to kind of come over, and again, you'll see that in the try on. And I just went until I was happy with the length, and I used the colours that I had that I thought worked well together. I'll show the front. Just get that out there. So I think the front probably works a little bit better than the back. So you've got this corally, this bright orange, bright yellow, and then you've got this little bit of kind of mid yellow here that I had left, and then this lighter yellow at the bottom. I think this looks really nice. It's not something I would usually wear, so I'm still a little bit unsure how to properly style it, but we're going to give it a go. So I will now show you what it looks like when it's on. And here it is. This is, as I say, this is how I would style this right now, with some nice blue jeans, a white vest or tank top, whatever you call it. And you can see, I'll try and show the tops here so you can see. So it's kind of quite a wide neck, so you can see the vest top poking through. I think this is quite nice because it's not kind of resting right up against my neck, so it's not kind of not constricting or anything. The sleeves are really loose, which is also what I want. It needs a good block. Let's put it that. It needs a good block, but I think this looks really nice. I'll just do a quick so you can see the back. Yeah, I keep wanting to pull it down because my usual length of t-shirts and vests is kind of here, but the top of my jeans is here. So potentially, you know, I could have my jeans a bit lower and actually show some of my tummy if I was feeling confident, which I'm not right now. And yeah, I'm really pleased with this. So as I said, I think I'm going to wear this out just to see if the sleeves, I'm happy with where the length is. So you can see kind of where it's kind of just at the top or bottom, however you see it, of my elbow. And I think that's okay. I think that looks all right on the length. If I was going to add more, so if I was going to add more length, I would probably try and just bring this in a little bit, because you can see it is quite baggy. And as much as I love like draped sleeves, I think I would probably get quite fed up with it very quickly and want to like tuck it in and shove up the sleeve, which is why I've kind of left it this length for now. So I'm going to wear this out. I'm going to wear this out now actually. I need to go to the shop. So I'm going to wear this out and see how I feel, and if the sleeves feel okay, and if they do, I'll leave it like this, and if they don't, as I said, it's easy to add some more length on, and I can even change the colour if I want as well. If I want a different yellow or a different orange on the sleeves, I could do that. This is it. This is my first mesh top and I'm happy with it. It's not my usual style, but I think this looks nice for the summer. So just something to add a bit extra on if there's a breeze, or if you're hanging out in the evening and maybe feeling a bit chilly, you can pop this on and it's not too thick, so you're not going to get overheated, but it's still got a lot of flow through with the holes in the mesh. Yeah, I'm quite happy with it. So yeah, that's it for this video. Sorry if it's come across a little bit jumpy around and kind of not completely together. As I say, I kind of got in the zone on this one and just kind of, because it's a repeating pattern, I just kind of went with it and got too focused and maybe didn't show as much as you might want to have seen. So apologies if that's the case. But hopefully you enjoyed this video, and as I say, there's no pattern for this. It's 2 squares stuck together, add some sleeves on, you're done. And yeah, hope to see you next time, and whatever you're crafting, hope you're enjoying it. Alright, bye!